This news update is brought to you by...
When you go with Flow, you get to bundle it. Bundling is essential with Flow. Get Flow TV, broadband, and home phone from as low as $160 a month. That's less than $5.50 a day. Plus, upsize your broadband and home packages from only $5. And there's more. You get free movies for 3 months and a 50% off selected TV bolt-on. Trust the network that is built, ready, and proven. This is how we flow. Bundle it.
Sign up before October 31st to get the Flow Sports Premier Pack free for 6 months.
It's Thursday, October the 27th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Day afternoon update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, the Barbados Union of Teachers has put the government on notice it will be adopting a more militant approach to having its grievances addressed. Speaking at last night's John Cumberbatch Memorial Lecture at the Ammon Bay in Hastings Christ Church, Beauty President Pedro Shepherd warned that the heat would be turned up during the coming weeks as the union pushes to have the docked salaries of teachers restored by Christmas. Shepherd drew on the history of previous BUT leaders, including Minister of Education Ronald Jones, who he said were militant and not afraid to call out teachers during school hours, or even break down the gate of one school when they were shut out.
With this sort of history, BUT will therefore remain steadfast, resolute, and unswerving in its pursuit of fairness, equity, and justice. Over the next few weeks, you can look forward to notice of meetings. It is my intention to meet with the teachers who got their salaries docked, those who attended the recent meetings, those who support those who attended, and all well-wishers before the end of the term on December 15th. I want us to have our docked salaries back before Christmas.
Opposition leader Mia Mortley has accused the Frederick Stewart administration of being the island's most intimidating employer. Addressing her Barbados Labour Party supporters at Ellerslie Secondary School last night, where Neil Rowe was nominated as the St. Michael Northwest candidate to challenge Finance Minister Chris Sinclair in the next general election, Mortley cited the sudden demotion of President of the National Union of Public Workers, Akani McDowell, in the government service as one example of intimidation.
You do not know the fate of your job come next month as a public servant. And all of a sudden, a party that ran trade unionists, a party that ran teachers, a party that ran public servants, now wants to torment the life of public servants and unionists for being involved with the freedom to associate, a right guaranteed under the Constitution of Barbados. Look at Akani McDowell. Whatever else you have to say about that young man, he has stood up as president of the NUPW for the people in the NUPW. How curious is he now being asked to revert to a position without there being a clear person to be appointed to the position in which he was acting? And if you put that before any jury of 12 across this country, people will tell you that he is in that position because he stood up against the government of Barbados. I heard Esteban Saku threatening to take employers to court. But the employer who has most intimidated and breached rights in this country in the last 3 years has been the government of Barbados under Frederick Stewart and Chris Sinclair.
In sports now, Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho has been charged by the Football Association for claiming it would be difficult for referee Anthony Taylor to officiate their game with Liverpool. Mourinho added that appointing Taylor for the October 17th match had put pressure on the Manchester-based official. Managers are not supposed to speak about referees prior to matches. Mourinho has until October the 31st to respond to a charge of improper conduct and bringing the game into disrepute. Taylor issued 4 yellow cards, all to Manchester United, in the 0-0 draw.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The world, now evolving faster than ever, Products upgraded at the speed of a blink. Ideas becoming obsolete before they're realized. How do we keep our heads above water and swim? Find out when BIDC presents Innovate Barbados 2016, a conference designed to inspire and share practical solutions that will help business leaders and entrepreneurs alike transform tomorrow today. That's Innovate Barbados 2016, Wednesday, October 26th at the Lloyd Erskine Sanderford Center. Registration Barbados $300. Get more information at innovatebarbados.com or the BIDC Facebook page, or simply call us at 427-5350.
Title sponsor Promotech and HP Store Barbados. Other sponsors include ICBL, Cable and Wireless Business, Barbados Entrepreneurship Foundation Inc., National Initiative for Service Excellence, G4S, Scotiabank, Barbados Today, Inter-American Development Bank, G&A Communications Inc., Clayton's Colatonic, Cinestream Media Distribution Inc., and LensTech.
Public bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie fix up the kitchen and a new TV we getting. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spooser. Buy some new furniture and appliances or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back with news from the region now. The number of people killed at the hands of police in Trinidad and Tobago is on the decline. This assurance from Acting Superintendent Michael Pierre at a time when the service is under intense scrutiny following the killing of one Adele Gilbert. ASP Pierre was responding to a claim by opposition Senator Gerald Ramdeen that over 32 civilians have been killed by officers of the Northeastern Division and not a single file has been submitted for an inquest to be done.
ASP Pierre says, contrary to the belief of some in the public domain, the service remains committed to seeking the public's interest. In fact, Pierre says in recent years, police-involved killings have reduced by as much as 60%.
2014, when we had 45 homicides, but in 2015 we had 19, and to date 2016 we have recorded 18.
2014 recorded a high of 45 police-involved homicides. However, while some officers have been brought before the courts on charges, no investigations for the period 2011 to present have been concluded.
On the international scene now, 8 groups raised serious concerns today over the plight of unaccompanied children left without shelter overnight at a migrant camp in Calais that French officials have declared closed. Officials had pledged to close the camp known as the Jungle and resettle all the remaining migrants, but aid workers said hundreds of unaccompanied children remain unregistered by the end of yesterday, and some were forced to sleep outdoors overnight.
Smoke fills the sky. In the end, parts of France's biggest migrant camp, known as the Jungle, were not so much dismantled as burnt to the ground. For hours, firefighters fought the blaze, and that left the Jungle looking like this. Once the fire was tamed, those who still call it home, its children, were allowed back in, much to the anger of the humanitarian workers.
The problem that we have is that the only people really left here now are the unaccompanied children, because some of them have been processed and put back in the containers. Some of them did not get processed today and actually just got sent back to the camp, which is very worrying, so we don't know where they're going to sleep tonight.
Tonight, one of the most potent symbols of Europe's migrant crisis lies in smoky ruins. But there are those who fear that it could come back. And it isn't just those who protect the migrants that are worried, but also local authorities. They point out that Calais has simply been the victim, and for years now, of a policy failure that lies on the other side of the channel.
That's news and sports. But for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper email updates and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, our screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.